Hi, I'm Steve Perkins, the Executive Director of the Vermont Historical Society, and today we're going to be talking about beer, but more specifically, beer and the Vermont Bicentennial. I think many of you may remember that in 1991, our state celebrated 200 years of statehood, specifically March 4th. But leading up to that year, we created a Bicentennial Commission, which came up with a logo and marketing and all sorts of programs that people could do around the state to celebrate those 200 years. Part of using that logo was allowing companies or brands to pay a licensing fee to use that logo on their products. It was just another way of celebrating 200 years of Vermont history on anything that you would buy at the store. But kind of little known to the commission that this logo would provide a bit of controversy in the middle of 1991, and it really came down to these two products right in front of me. Now, you got to take yourself back to 1991. We think of Vermont as this great beer state with all of these great craft breweries and microbreweries, and really has an influence on the beer world for our little state. But back in 1991, that was just starting to form, and there were very few breweries in the state. So as products came to the commission looking to use those logos, we also had outside firms such as Coors Light. So Coors Light applied to use the Bicentennial logo, and you can see it on this is a 6-pack of cans. You can see it on the can. But so did the Catamount Brewing Company. Catamount Brewing Company was one of the earliest craft breweries in Vermont, really started to put Vermont's name on that craft brewing world, and they created a special ale, Ethan Allen Ale, and you can see here they use the logo on the box, and they even named it after Ethan Allen and used that in their marketing, and some of the proceeds of this beer even helped fund the brand new historic site, Ethan Allen Homestead in Burlington. So differences between the two. This one uses the logo and says it's celebrating Vermont Bicentennial. On the Coors can, it says it's the Bicentennial logo, 1791 to 1991, and it says the official beer. So part of the program in 1991 was not to have any official products. Products were allowed to use the logo, but there wasn't an official beer, an official milk, an official cider. They just were all able to use. So once these started to hit the shelves, Catamount Brewing Company said, hey, wait a minute. Why does Coors get to be the official beer of the Vermont Bicentennial? Well, they didn't. So the commission ended up sending a cease and desist letter to the Coors Brewing Company, which of course they ignored. They tried to get the Vermont Attorney General involved, but there weren't any real statutes or laws around this. So ultimately, Coors continued to produce these cans for that year. People continue to find them here and there and say, oh, Coors was the official beer of the Vermont Bicentennial. I think we can answer that today. No, it was not the official beer of the Bicentennial. They were able to license the logo and use it on their cans, as did Catamount Brewing Company from White River Junction. But really kind of a fascinating thing to look at, knowing how important beer and beer production is to our state economy and somewhat of our identity right now, to look back to 1991 and see our logo on a can of Coors beer. If you'd like to learn more about our collections, you can visit our website, and please visit us on social media as well, and we'll have more videos like this in the future. Thank you.